Thank you. My name is Meron Essan. I'm one of the directors here at Permex Petroleum Corporation. Permex Petroleum is a uniquely positioned junior oil and gas company with assets and operations across the Permian Basin of West Texas and the Delaware Basin of Southeast New Mexico. Permex Petroleum is an operator in both states, licensed and bonded to operate on federal, state, and private land. Now, the unique value proposition that Permex brings to the table stems from three simple yet core fundamentals. Number one is the timing we acquired our assets and the metrics we use to acquire these assets. Number two is the geographical location of these assets and the geological formations we own. And number three is the structure of this company. Breaking that down a bit more from a timing standpoint, we acquired our assets during multiple down cycles, typically paid anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 per acre to acquire our acreage in the Permian Basin. Offset analogous activity and M&A activity goes between $10,000 to $17,500 based on our internal research. Geographical location, our assets are spread across the Permian between the Eastern Shelf, being the Stonewall County assets, to the actual flagship property being in Martin County, north of Midland, and the Delaware side being in Eddy and Lee County. From a geological formations, we own and operate the same formations the large caps target to acquire, develop, and produce, ranging from the Tannehill formations, Sprayberry formations, Wolfcamp formations, as well as the San Andres and Clear Fork formations. Last unique value proposition is the structure of this company. We have less than 2 million shares outstanding, 27% insider and management owned, skin in the game, and 33% institutional owned to a degree. We have no formal debt on the books. We have never borrowed against this company. Combining these three, we believe we provide a unique value proposition to our current shareholders and future possible shareholders. We own 7 properties across Texas, ranging from PUDs, which is proven undeveloped, to horizontal leg conversions, as well as infill drilling and EOR, enhanced oil recovery techniques, on our mature fields situated in Stonewall County, which are Pitcock South, North, and Mary Bullard. Combining these 7 properties, we believe we have a diverse portfolio of oil and gas holdings ready to be unlocked and brought from proved undeveloped to proved developed producing. Looking at the structure of this company and the summary of assets, we own approximately 11,700 acres in the Permian Basin, 98% HBP held by production in perpetuity, 78 oil and gas wells, 17 saltwater disposal facilities, which essentially provide us with adequate room to dispose of our water, maintaining a lower operating expense, 2 saltwater disposal and water supply wells, which provide EOR or water for our enhanced oil recovery technique, and 73 royalty interest ownerships in wellbores owned by Apache, ConocoPhillips, and a few other companies. Looking at the structure from a capital structure standpoint, the company has approximately 1.9 million shares outstanding. Fully diluted, we're around 3.1 million. The interesting thing, in our opinion, is the market cap of this company sits approximately at 7 million. In management's belief, there's a significant disconnect between where we're valued from a market standpoint, what we own, and our reserve valuations. As we proceed to the next slides, we'll disclose where we believe this disconnect exists and what we believe we're doing in order to mitigate against this disconnect and unlock the value from Permex Petroleum. Before diving in and discussing the reserves of the company and the value proposition associated with its reserves, Martin County represents the second largest petroleum producing county in the entire state of Texas. Permex Petroleum owns 7,800 contiguous acreages in Martin County. The largest oil field in Martin County is the Breedlove Field. In fact, the operators in the Breedlove Field include ConocoPhillips, Occidental Petroleum, Chevron, Diamondback, and Black Swan. Permex Petroleum owns 7,800 acres contiguous. Side by side, rock throwing distance away, we have Diamondback Energy, which has approximately 22,000 acres producing around 50,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. Permex has began drilling on this property. We are looking to tie in production to our balance sheet over the next several months as we tag the lateral leg on these horizontal wells. In fact, EOF PPC number 3 began drilling in September, completed on a vertical basis in January, 200 feet of pay zone, established. Now we're moving to a lateral leg on this wellbore and looking to develop it on a horizontal basis over the next several months, and then being able to tie that into our balance sheet. Looking at the management team of Permex Petroleum, we believe we provide a diverse portfolio of management ranging from ex-chairman of Gulf Oil, CFO Greg Montgomery used to be with Enbridge Capital, a few others including Doug Urch used to be with Petroleum, and every single member in our team are veterans in the oil and gas industry ranging from petrophysical to geology and engineering. Combining our team's expertise in the Permian Basin, we believe we can execute on delivering and conversion of our proved reserves. The reserves that we were discussing and the disconnect that we believe exists, we can actually evaluate that based on our reserves. If we take a look at our proved undeveloped 2P reserves, it sits at $428 million at a PV10 valuation. Now, personally, I invest in oil and gas companies. I don't ever give credence to a junior oil and gas's probable reserves. In my opinion, they haven't earned the right to be valued on their probable reserves. As such, we can remove the probable for Permex as well. Looking at our proved reserves alone, PV10 valuation sits at $198 million. Market cap, $7 million. Even if we evaluate our PDP, proved developed producing, valuation is at $12 million, above our current market cap. In our opinion, this disconnect exists and stems from the fact that we're trading on the CSE, Canadian Securities Exchange, and the OTCQB. On the U.S. side, most brokers are not allowed to get involved on the OTCQB, nevertheless invest in oil and gas companies. I don't believe 30 brokers would go to the OTCQB to invest in junior oil and gas companies. As such, we have began the application with NASDAQ. In fact, we did obtain certificate of approval from NYSE. However, now moving to NASDAQ, we have submitted our application to hopefully move forward with an uplisting and exploring the exposure of Permex Petroleum National Exchange. In summary, we believe we are in the right location with the right assets, with the right management. It's a matter of now having the right exchange to be traded on. Thank you very much. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. Any questions, feel free to ask. Silent room. Thank you very much, everyone.